Countdown.
Tahniah. Siaran langsung ini dibawakan khas kepada anda oleh Akademi YouTuber Malaysia. Sebuah inisiatif e-didik Malaysia dan Kelab Guru Malaysia. Tumpukan perhatian anda. Siaran langsung akan bermula sebentar lagi. Link sijil akan diberikan di hujung siaran ini. Pastikan diisi dalam tempoh yang ditetapkan. Terima kasih.
Hai.
Berdebah.
Assalamualaikum dan selamat sejahtera. Hai semua para guru dan ibu bapa yang dihormati dan para pelajar yang cikgu kasihi sekalian. Selamat datang ke Pusat Tuisyen Akademi YouTuber, Usaha-sama e-didik Malaysia dan Kelab Guru Malaysia. Bermula percuma, selamanya percuma. Untuk mendapatkan keberkatan kelas kita pada malam ini, mari kita sama-sama mulakan kelas dengan membaca Ummul Kitab Al-Fatihah. Apa khabar para pelajar yang cikgu kasihi semua? Harap semuanya berada dalam keadaan baik dan bersedia untuk meneruskan kelas kita pada malam ini. Cikgu percaya pelajar dah tidak sabar untuk meneruskan kelas kita pada kali ini. Untuk sebelum kita mulakan, saya perkenalkan diri dahulu. Nama saya Cikgu Fatia binti Mansur dari Pusat Tingkatan 6 SMK Seri Sedang Selangor. Selaku moderator pada malam ini. Hari ini kita ada kelas tuition biologi PERCUMA yang akan disampaikan oleh Cikgu Naini HR. Ini merupakan kelas tuition beliau kali yang keempat. Pada malam ini kita bersiaran secara langsung dari channel Cikgu Naini HR. Siapa yang belum subscribe channel Cikgu Naini HR, silalah tekan subscribe sebagai tanda sokongan kepada Cikgu Naini. Nama penuh beliau adalah Cikgu Naini binti Harun dari PTE SMK Sultan Sulaiman, Kuala Terengganu. Pada malam ini kita akan belajar subjek biologi PERCUMA dengan tajuknya Transport Implant Water Pathway. Kelas kita ini akan berlangsung lebih kurang 1 jam. Bersama cikgu dikonti selain pada Cikgu Naini pada malam ini, kita ada Cikgu Nur Faizah daripada Kolej Matrikulasi Negeri Sembilan. Hai Cikgu Faizah.
Ya, Assalamualaikum.
Sebagai KP Biologi dan juga control host pada malam ini. Juga kita ada Cikgu Suryati binti Muhammad daripada Pusat Tingkatan 6 SMK Seri Sedang Selangor. Cikgu Suryati ni satu sekolah dengan cikgu. Sebelum kita teruskan kelas kita, ingin cikgu ingatkan semua pelajar dan penonton yang ingin menghantar komen agar menggunakan bahasa yang sopan dan gambar profil yang bersesuaian untuk tontonan umum. Cikgu percaya semua yang hadir kelas pada malam ini merupakan pelajar-pelajar yang cemerlang dan mari kita tunjukkan disiplin yang terbaik. Sila fokus pada isi pelajaran yang akan disampaikan oleh Cikgu Naini. InsyaAllah semoga kelas kita pada malam ini akan dapat dimanfaatkan sepenuhnya oleh para pelajar. Tanpa membuang masa lagi, cikgu serahkan kelas kita pada Cikgu Naini. Silakan Cikgu Naini.
Okey. Terima kasih kepada moderator Cikgu Fatia, rakan-rakan yang lain, Cikgu Faizah, Cikgu Su. Hari ini Assalamualaikum dan semua kepada semua para ibu bapa, pelajar. Saya tak lupa untuk mengucapkan Happy New Year Chinese bagi pelajar-pelajar Chinese. So pada malam ini saya akan membincangkan tentang tajuk transport implant. The second part for the past before that we have discussed about the transport implant in flower. So before that, let me introduce myself. So teacher is Cikgu Naini binti Harun, from SMK Pusat Tingkatan SMK Sultan Sulaiman, Pusat Tingkatan 6 Kuala Terengganu. Teaching experience 23 years in the same school, and I'm teaching in biology STPN and also SPM, and 70 years teaching in biology STPN. So my channel is Cikgu Naini HR. And This is my channel, okay? So you can join me for more biology content and also collaborative playlist for other subject in my description. Okay, so my head panel in our team biology PERCUMA is Cikgu Nur Faiza, okay, here in the county. She's from College Matrikulasi Negeri Sembilan Kuala Pilah, teaching experience 26 years and 15 years at boarding school. Okay, Sains Muar and Mozart, and 11 years in College Matrikulasi Negeri Sembilan. Her channel is Cikgu Faiza. And my team also, Cikgu Fatia binti Mansur, she's from SMK Sri Sudan. Okay, my moderator today. Teaching experience 29 years, 20 years teaching Form 6, and her channel is Cikgu Fatia 666. So we have other subject for Maths T and also Maths M, which is led by Teacher In and her members Teacher Eileen and Cikgu Zana. Okay, so the Maths team will live on Saturday at 5 p.m. Okay. And others for chemistry, which led by Teacher Shahdan and other team members, Cikgu Bibilau, Cikgu Mawar, Teacher Tang. Okay, so this chemistry is on Sunday at 3:30 p.m. And we will have a pre-accountant matriculation, okay, which led by Madam Fizi and her teammate, okay, Cikgu Yati, which will live on Wednesday 9:30. And we also have other STPN subject for pengajar am, Teacher Adila, Muat, okay, Teacher Aisyah, pengajian perniagaan, Cikgu Riza, and pre-accountant STPN, Cikgu Wahab dan Cikgu Lee. Okay, so all this you can see the tuition online on the portal, portal Academy YouTuber. Okay, so don't forget to join other subject, not only STPN and also other subject. Okay, as SPN and so on. Okay, so what we want to learn today is what I have already said, the transport implant. Okay, so the second part, which involve the water pathway in xylem. Okay, and this is the relate to the syllabus for STPM semesters 2, which will be held on the first week of March. Okay, so for my student and other student STPM which repeat this exam, okay, so this is one as your revision. And for matriculation semesters 2, she will go on this sem. Okay, for the topic of transport implant. Okay, so what we want to discuss this tonight is about the water uptake. Okay, then the water pathway also. Okay, so this is about the uptake of water and mineral ion from the soil by root hair. And also we have the pathway which we say the apoplast, the symplast, and the vacuolar pathway water movement. Okay, so this one we also discuss about the influence the root pressure, cohesion tension theory, and transpiration pull. Okay, so this one they also can learn in matriculation about the lateral pathway. Okay, same. That's about the water pathway as apoplast, symplast, and vacuolar, and also the influence of water movement by xylem. Okay, so I hope you all students get ready to refresh your mind, and don't forget to take notes, whatever the important notes, and refresh what you have learned before. Okay, okay. So let's start. Okay, so this one is a cross section of root. Okay, so you will see the important part, the structure is root hair. Okay, and then the epidermis. Okay, and the cortex. Okay, for the cortex, the most involved is parenchyma. And you know what is parenchyma. Okay, the endodermis. Okay, and the xylem. vessel. Okay, and the endodermis, they have the Casparian stripe. Okay, so how the uptake of water and mineral ion from soil by root hair, this one involving water potential. So for a student, water potential, you must know the term, the process, and so on, because all the movement of water involve water potential. Okay. Okay, so you see this is the what we see the diagram of the root. Okay, so water and dissolved mineral ion from soil enter root hair. Okay, so you see it enter root hair. Okay, and dissolved mineral ion actively transport into cortex, endodermis, and finally a xylem vessel. Okay, so remember mineral ions, they not but diffuse, but they already transport actively. Okay, compared to the water. But when water move, they also move with a dissolved mineral ion. Okay. Okay, and the xylem vessel are more concentrated and lower water potential. Okay, so you see when it move here and then through the cortex and then through the endodermis and to the vessel, so this xylem vessel have more what we say mineral ions compared to the other cell. So this xylem vessel more concentrated and then lower water potential. Okay, so the term, if lower here, the higher outside and in the soil, so water will move into the root hair by osmosis. Okay, so you see this is the pathway. Okay, one of the pathway, and the water move into the xylem by osmosis. Okay. Okay, this is about the uptake of water and mineral ion concept. Okay, so what we want to more discuss is about the pathway. Okay, because in this root cortex there are many structures that's involved in the water pathway. Okay. Okay, so the water pathway that we want to discuss, they have three. This is apoplast and symplast and also vacula. Okay, so why it called apoplast, why it called symplast, and why it called vacula pathway? That's involved the structure in our hair. Okay, so let we discuss one by one. Okay, so the first one. Okay, the first we will discuss is about the apoplast. Okay, so I refresh your mind about the water potential again. So the water potential in root hair is more negative. Remember, it's more negative. That means they have more solutes. Okay, so water move by osmosis into root hair, epidermis, okay, cortex, endodermis, that we have the Casparian also here, pericycle, and lastly xylem vessel. Okay, so the first of water pathway, okay, we call it apoplast. Okay, so what is apoplast? Okay, so the is water move along the cell wall. Okay, water move along the cell wall. Okay, cell wall, and then and extracellular space. Okay, so that we see. Okay, so but when water reach endodermis, it moves through cytoplasm. Okay, let me see. The Casparian strip, okay, this one is the Casparian strip in the endodermis, prevent water from entering the vascular tissue xylem. Okay, so you see, this is the pathway. Okay, let me see the pathway. Okay, this one. Okay, along the cell wall. Okay, here is the cell wall. And then also extracellular space. Okay, so the extracellular space between the cell, the contact cell. and then go through until when it reaches here, so they block by the Casparian strip. Okay, and then turn, so they continue to move through the cytoplasm. Okay, so remember for the upper plus pathway until endodermis, okay, and then they continue to other pathway. Okay, so they must turn to the simplest pathway. Okay, because the Casparian strip in the endodermis prevent water from entering the vascular tissue and xylem. Okay, so let me see what special structure in the Casparian strip. Okay, here we see this is endodermis. So the Casparian strip then cycle the endodermis cell. Okay, so what is a Casparian strip? A band of waxy suberin in that encircle the wall of endodermis. So there is waxy suberin, that means they not prove water cross through. Okay, so they block the water. And what is the function? The function of Casparian strip is to create the hydrophobic barrier. That means not love water. Okay, hydrophobic barrier, which prevent water and dissolve minerals from entering and leaving vascular tissue. Okay. Okay, so the Casparian strip is important, so you must remember what is it and what is the role in the water pathway. Okay, especially in objective question or in structure. Okay, so remember to highlight this one. Okay, so the second pathway is simplest pathway. Okay, so why simplest pathway? Okay, let me see. The simplest pathway, okay, that the name is the name of the simplest pathway because that involves the cytoplasm. Okay, okay, so how the water move? Okay, let me see. The water move across the cytoplasm of each cell through plasmodesmata. Okay, so where is plasmodesmata? Okay, here. Okay, so here, when the two cell, okay, so they have a hole, okay, that is plasmodesmata. Okay. Okay, so how what is the pathway? Okay, so you see this pathway. Okay, so this one. Okay, so the water move across the cytoplasm. Remember to draw across the cytoplasm and don't cross the backward because the backward another pathway. Okay, so the simplest across the cytoplasm and then across the plasmodesmata and then through until the endodermis. Okay, so go on, get through to the cytoplasm and then so to the xylem vessel. Okay, yes, okay, this is simplest pathway. Okay, the last pathway, okay, the third pathway is a vacuolar pathway. Okay, named because of vacuole. Okay, so how the vacuolar pathway, okay, how water move across the vacuoles. Okay, so water move across the vacuoles through plasma membrane. Okay, so you see water move this one across the root hair and then okay, see the vacuole and then go through the vacuoles, the vacuole and also cross the plasma membrane. Okay. So that means no plasmodesmata is used because the vacuoles and the plasma membrane will go through until reach the xylem vessel. Okay, so the pathway is see this one. Okay, so through the vacuole and then through the plasma membrane, not plasmodesmata. Okay, plasmodesmata only for simplest. Okay, because it crossed the cytoplasm. This one crossed the plasma membrane because you know the plasma membrane is permeable membrane that only lets the water water move across it. Okay. Okay, so this one across the vacuole and then across the plasma membrane until it reached the endodermic root and then until it reached the xylem vessel. Okay, so N is not affected for vacuolar SC+, but affected the apoplast only because apoplast cross through the cell wall and at the endodermis it will block. Okay, okay. I hope students understand. Okay, this simple one. Okay, you just memorize. Okay, and then the what we say the topic. This topic also what we say hot topic. During the exam for semesters 2. Okay, okay. So any question? Okay, I see. Okay, my student. Okay, translate what they have learned. Okay, good. So refresh your mind. Like Christoph, okay, my student and involved here. Okay, thank you. Okay, so the three types of water pathway we have already known. Okay, this let the water move, and but there are other factor that also involve the water movement. Okay, okay. So what is the factor? Okay, let me see what is the factor. Yeah, okay, remember, okay, I think in SPM they also discuss about this topic. Okay, but the STPN also relate and also important, okay, because still in our syllabus and still is asked in exam type essay question. Okay, so what are the factors that influence water movement from roots to leaf? Okay, that's something influence water move from the above to the up. Okay, that means they must cross the gravity and force. Okay, so what are the factors? Okay, the first one is see. Okay, I think any student want to give a what we say idea. What's a factor that influence water movement from root to leaf? Okay, Cikgu Fatia ada? Any student want to
So
give the
far,
idea?
so far no respond from the student, Cikgu Naini.
Okay, okay, never mind. Okay, so
Factor.
what are the factors? So the first factor is transpiration pool. Transpirational also can transpiration pool. Okay, so that's the what we say the term. Transpiration pool. Okay, this transpiration pool. Okay, and then the second factors, cohesion and tension theory. Okay, this one is cohesion and tension theory. Okay, that's occur in the xylem. Okay, and the third one is root pressure. Okay, so root pressure that involve the water movement that we already discussed. Okay, so we want to discuss one by one. Okay, so let the first one about the transpiration pool. Okay, so this involve the leaf, involve the mesophyll cell, the stoma, and this leaf they occur transpiration during the day. Okay, so how transpiration pool? What we say give a force, water move up. Okay, so the first thing that will happen is, okay, so the force which pulls up a column of water into the xylem. Okay, there is a force. Okay, so the force is generated when water is transpired. Okay, see, when water move out. Okay, so they will what we say make other water from cell move replace and so on. Okay, so the force is generated when water is transpired. Okay, and then as water in the air space, okay, this is air space, okay, and water in the air space in the leaf transpire. okay, transpire, the water molecules from the adjacent cell replace the water here. And then water from xylem also replace them. Okay, does that mean that influence each other, and so the water move. Okay, so the water will move from the what we say, the below and to up here. Okay. Okay, so this creates the pulling force. Okay, the pulling force. Okay, apa yang kata tarik menarik dalam bahasa Melayu. Okay, create the pulling force that pulls out water and dissolve minerals in the xylem. Okay, because water move with the minerals. Okay, but water is more power. So they will, what we say, will move and also moving with other minerals in the water. Okay. Okay, let me continue for the second factors. Okay, so the cohesion, wrong spelling here, cohesion and tension theory. Okay, that means the cohesion and adhesion. Okay, adhesion refer to the adhesive, lekat-lekat. Okay, cohesion, lekit-lekit dalam bahasa Melayu. Okay, so remember how this force, cohesion is the force, adhesion also the force. Okay, so the water molecules are cohesively bonded to other molecules. Okay, so the cohesion force is between water molecules, and as well as adhesively bonded to the xylem wall. So the adhesion is between the water and the cell wall. Okay, cohesion between water and water. Okay, so this gives the capillary action. Okay, so capillary, that's mean in the this one, the tube, the capillary action. Okay, and this forming an unbroken water column moving up the xylem vessel. Okay, so if you cut the plant, so the water still out there, that means the water will continuous flow between from the root until the leaf. Okay, so you will see the unbroken water column forming moving up the xylem vessel. Okay, and you must know the xylem vessel in the root, in the stem, and also in the leaf. Okay, and the last, root pressure. Okay, we already know this, discuss about the water power in the root. So how it create the root pressure? Okay, so the cell in endodermis. Okay, remember the minerals, dissolved mineral will transport into the root hair and then the cortex, and then lastly through the endodermis. And the cell in endodermis also secrete mineral ions into xylem. Okay, and so what happened when the accumulation of mineral ions, it will lower the water potential. Okay, that means more solute, lower water potential, and this made the water move rapidly into the xylem by osmosis. Okay, remember whatever water moves must by osmosis. Okay, and then lastly, it will influx the water. Okay, the continuous influx of water produce a positive root pressure. Okay, so the water will move up because the pressure is more strong, and so they move up water above from root. Okay, so this is the factors that influence the water movement from root to the leaf. Okay, so I think this is about the water pathway, and also I have discussed about the influence how water move from root to plant. Okay, so I hope student will remember. Okay, And I know because the plant topic is not so interesting, so in my slide today I give a more colorful whatever, and I hope you will understand. Okay, so why? Because what we are afraid for the last
Cikgu Naini,
sentence.
Cikgu Naini,
Mhm.
can we take a break for a while? One minute.
Okay, so
Before we
yes,
go
take
to
a break, and
next session. Okay?
yes, we talk later, class, after this
For
about
next
this.
session
Okay, so
for
let
Q&A.
me rest. Okay.
Alah, apa ni? PKPB lagi. SPM pula ditangguhkan. Jenuhlah nak bayar yuran tuition. Pernah dengar tentang tuition percuma? Kami di Akademi YouTuber menyediakan tuition online secara percuma kepada anda semua. Ada prasekolah, sekolah rendah, sekolah menengah, STPM, juga untuk matrikulasi. Percuma je. Jom layari laman sesawang www.academyyoutuber.com.
Okay, Cikgu Naini, we can continue. Right.
Okay. Come back for the example of essay question. So what I have discussed before, okay, about the movement of water in root tissue, okay, that involve a water pathway. Okay, see this question, they want to you describe the movement of water in root tissue through apoplast, symplast, and vacuolar pathway. Okay, sigma. Sometimes it will be 9 marks. Okay, so whatever you must describe about the water flow as I already talked to you about before. Okay, and then the second one, describe how cohesion tension theory and transpiration pool facilitate the influence water transport in plant. Okay, so they need 9 marks. Okay, so the big mark. So how you describe as I already explained before. Okay, so I hope you all students can refresh your mind about this topic. Okay, try to answer this for your own after this. Okay. Okay, and I hope we can try answer the question. Okay, so the question that I will show you after this is about the structure question and also the objective question. Okay, so ready to join me? Okay, let me practice practice about this topic. Okay, so the first one. That's the diagram. Okay, these are one side of structure question. Okay, so take note student. Okay, join me for the to answer the question. Okay. Okay, this is the diagram. Okay, not real diagram. This is elaborate diagram, the symbol diagram. So the diagram is show you the cell wall, the plasmodesma or plasmodesmata, the same thing. Cytoplasm, tonoplasm, vacuole. Okay, so the diagram above. Okay, the statement. Okay, remember to read the statement first. When giving the diagram before answer. Don't cite to answer truly without what you say seeing this. Okay, so the movement of water and dissolved minerals from one cell to another in plant roots. Okay, so it called plant roots. Okay, are represented by R, S, and T pathway is shown in the diagram. Okay, so what the answer needs you to identify what is R, S, and T. Okay, so any student to give the answer, what is R, what is S, and what is T? Okay, teacher waiting. Okay, no student? My student, I see, try to answer. Okay, we waiting. Cikgu Fatia.
Okay, we have comment here. We have like a real stuff.
Like Krista. Okay, like Krista say, R is upper plus. Okay, R is upper plus. Okay,
So
yes,
we
R is
have
upper plus.
Miawi.
Meowie, meow. Okay, Meowie Kitty also R upper plus. Okay, correct. R upper plus.
S in plus.
S sim plus. Okay, let's see the R first.
Very
Okay,
good,
so R is, yes, R is upper plus. Yes, correct.
Okay, good.
Okay, S sim plus. S sim plus. Okay, where S? Okay, here S. True. And then through the plus small decimal. Yes. Okay. So the S is sim plus. Yeah. So the last one must be the vacula. Okay, so this diagram show okay, so there no endodermis here. So that means you must what we say confused because endodermis is what we say the main structure okay, so the question not involve the endodermis. Okay, that the key so the key for sim plus must through plus more decimal. Okay, so the key the keywords for sim plus must plus more decimata or plus more decimal. The apple plus must through cell wall. Okay, and the vacula must through the vacula. Okay, but vacula not so clear here. Okay, you see, yes, the vacula must go through plasma membrane. The keyword is plasma membrane. Okay, because sometimes students confused about the pathway, especially for vacula and sim plus. Okay, the apple plus they already know because the endodermis. Okay, so the two sim plus and vacula they also what we say chain tukar jawapan. Yeah, tu. Okay, so remember the sim plus must through plasma desma, the vacula must through plasma membrane and vacuole. Okay, so the keyword is plasma membrane. Okay. Okay, congratulations student. Okay, you do best today. Okay, let we see other question. Okay, so the tahuan, the objective question. The objective question, the giving answer is really what we say near correctly. Okay, hampir tepat. And we must choose, yes, we must choose the best one. Yeah. Okay. So this question, yeah, this is a simple question. Okay, we synthesize this also about the understanding. So which of the following is the role of Casparian strip in the endodermis cell of the root? Okay, the role of Casparian strip. A, to carry out the active transport. B, to strengthen the root structure. C, to ensure that the water lost through transpiration can be replaced. And D, to ensure that the water and minerals enter the vascular tissue through the symplastic route. Okay, so the simplest way. Okay, which one is the role of the Casparian strip in the endodermis cell? Okay, I'm waiting for the answer. Okay, which one? Okay, A, B, C or D? Okay, I think Cikgu Fatia know the answer. Okay. So
So waiting
student,
for the student. So far, not yet Okay, student.
not yet.
Hmm.
Okay, student, okay.
Okay, we have here one answer. Miawi.
Miawi
The,
give the answer
give.
B. To strengthen the root structure. Strengthen. Okay, other answer. Okay, strengthen. Strengthen, that means the Caspian tree only encircle the endodermis. Strengthen must be the whole cell. Okay, Miawi, let's try other answer. Okay, other student. Okay, tonight, okay. How many students tonight still on a holiday?
Like Karil. We have like Karil. Answer C. Choose C.
Likely to ensure the water loss through transpiration can be replaced. Okay, Cikgu Fatia, you think the answer is correct? Okay.
Zin Chai. Also we have here choose C.
C also? C is not really correct. Okay, other. So we have either A or D.
Ana Najwa. Choose D.
And
Ana Najwa. Choose D.
yeah, so congrats to Ana Najwa. So the answer is
Miawi also.
Miawi change the other. So the answer is D. Okay, why D? Because when the water move across the cell wall and so on, and then they continue through the simplest route. Okay, so this is the correct answer, the really correct answer. Okay, to strengthen to strengthen must be the whole. It's only circle. So let me say layer only.
Okay,
But the layer.
Many student
Yeah.
Cikgu Naini.
Now
we have respond. Ada respond for other student
Okay, Anastasia.
Nur Syafika.
Okay, congrats. Also D. So I think this maybe the what we say like hot question. So the answer hampir-hampir sama. Okay. Apa? Yeah, so let me try other question. Okay. Question 3. Okay, so the question 3, which statement is true? The kind of question, true or not true, is really confusing the student. Okay, so which statement is true of transpiration pool? Okay, transpiration pool, and then true. Okay, so you must underline the highlight the true statement. Okay, so it is the A. Okay, A, it is an active process. Okay, it is an active process. B, it causes the girth of the tree trunk to expand. Okay, that means to expand the tree trunk. Okay, the bigger. Okay. It is C, it is not affected by the morphology of the leaf. Okay. And D, its mechanism depends on the negative pressure generated in the leaf. Okay, so which statement is true? Okay, which statement is true of the transpirational pool? Okay, student, let's try to get the answer.
Okay, we have here Miawi. Choose C. Miawi, choose C.
It's not affected by the morphology of the leaf.
Also choose answer C.
C. Okay. Cikgu Fatia, is this the answer? Okay, morphology of the leaf. Okay, student, morphology of the leaf. Okay, that means the what is it? The mesophyll.
Ana Najwa.
Okay.
we have other answer here.
Yeah.
Ananaja choose D.
D. Okay. Ana Najwa.
Anastasia also choose
Yeah.
D.
Yeah. So the answer is D. Wah, okay. Congrats Ana Najwa. Okay, Anastasia, Subashini.
Subashini also choose
Yes.
D. Congratulations. Nur
Okay, so
Syafika
the answer is, yeah. The Shafika
D.
also gave the answer D. Okay, yes, its mechanism depends on the negative pressure. Negative pressure generated in the leaf. Okay, so when water move out through transpiration, we will create the negative pressure. So the water from below move and so on. Okay, that is called it negative pressure. Okay, so hope student understand what is mean by negative pressure. Okay. Okay, next other question. Okay, I think this is the last question. Yeah. Okay, then after this, let we celebrate the CNI. Okay. The last one. Which statement about transport in plant is not true? Okay, so the statement wants you to choose. The question wants you to choose the statement which is not true. Okay, so which is not true? The high root pressure will cause transpiration of pool. Okay. Then B, the respiratory forms a barrier that forces water to pass by the simpler pathway. Okay. And then the C, when the root pressure is very high, it forces water into the leaf and cause glutation. And D, in the upper plus pathway, water diffuse into the roots between the walls of the root epidermal cell. Okay, which is not true. Okay, so class, which is not true? Okay, any student wants to try?
So far we not yet get the answer from the student.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
I think this question is quite easy. The distraction answer
Yes, quite easy.
it's quite easy. But the student cannot choose. Cannot give
Yes,
the
this
answer.
one is.
Okay, we have
So
here
this teacher also is confusing. Okay.
Miawi, like a real Miawi A, Hizah A,
Okay. Hi.
Ananajwa C, like a real A.
Okay.
Not
so
true,
it's not true
Not true.
about the transport implant. Okay, high root pressure will cause transpiration pool. Okay, so this respiratory from the barrier is that correct? Okay, let me see other. When root pressure very high, force water in the leaf and cause glutation. Okay, glutation also come from root pressure. Yes, B and C is correct. Either A or D. So the answer is A. Okay. Congrats, Miawi, Subashini, Laikri. Okay. So the high root pressure will cause transpiration pool? No, because transpiration pool caused by transpiration. Okay. So we'll create the water flow and not the high root pressure. Okay. So remember, what we said, the mechanism is still what we say nearly same but not the same. Okay, so what we in SPM we made the experiment, the root pressure. We do what we say, Teacher Fatia, root pressure experiment. We cut the stem,
Yes. Stem of the tree.
Yeah, when we cut the stem and then the water move. Okay, so that's not involved the leaf. Yes. So the experiment it show the root pressure. Okay. Okay, so Mia Wiki click yeah. Okay, great. Okay, so teacher think you already understand Okay, so let's revise this topic before the exam. Okay, so teacher hope. Okay, so teacher hope in this lesson tonight will help you to understand better. Okay. Okay, so from teacher wish happy Chinese New Year for the student in live tonight. Okay, so still have holiday until tomorrow. Okay, so I give to teacher Fatia.
Okay. Naini, thank you. Okay, diucapkan terima kasih kepada Cikgu Naini atas perkongsian ilmu yang sangat bermanfaat, mudah difahami dan sangat menarik. Alhamdulillah telah selesai kelas kita pada malam ini. Tahniah diucapkan kepada semua pelajar yang setia mengikuti kelas pada petang ini dari awal hingga ke saat ini. Sebelum saya tamatkan kelas pada malam ini, Cikgu ingin persilakan dua orang cikgu yang sebagai ahli konti untuk berikan sepatah dua kata. Kita persilakan dulu Cikgu Faizah.
Okey, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan selamat malam semua pelajar di luar sana, ibu bapa. First of all, tahniah kepada my team member Cikgu Naini for a very good explanation about the water pathway. Okay, actually for matriculation, we are going to learn this topic under chapter transport. Okay, so nanti cikgu harap my matriculation students ikut video ini because a lot of things yang kamu boleh juga discover. Okay, and teacher also discover something very interesting. So nanti kita akan together blend and discuss. Congratulations Cikgu Naini, and for all the Chinese students out there and all the teachers, happy Chinese New Year. Okay, alright, that's all from me. Tahniah Cikgu Naini. Okay, thank you.
Okay, kita persilakan Cikgu Suryati untuk memberikan pendapat tentang kelas pada malam ini.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, terima kasih Cikgu Naini, kelas malam ini berjalan dengan lancar. So terima kasih juga beri peluang kepada saya untuk join kelas cikgu sebagai tim Cikgu Naini, Cikgu Fatia dan Cikgu Faizah. Cikgu harap all of student pada malam ini enjoy the class, and then walau esok masih ada waktu untuk study kepada pelajar STPM, and then good luck lah untuk semua student. Happy still happy holiday. Itu je. Okay, Assalamualaikum.
Terima kasih kepada Cikgu Faizah dan Cikgu Suryati. Sebelum kita tamatkan sesi siaran langsung pada malam ini, mohon tutup ruangan chat dan klik butang subscribe Cikgu Naini, dan aktifkan ikon loceng supaya kamu tidak terlepas sesi kelas yang seterusnya. Sekiranya kamu suka dengan apa yang dipelajari pada hari ini, sila klik like dan share kepada rakan-rakan anda di media sosial kamu dan sebarkan ilmu dan beroleh kebaikan melalui perkongsian tersebut. Sila type dan di ruangan komen. Sebelum link sijil akan diberikan sebagai tanda terima kasih kepada daripada cikgu kerana kehebatan kamu menyertai kelas tuition percuma pada malam ini. Link sijil boleh didapatkan daripada ruangan chat. Kita sudah ada ke komen? Sudah ada link sijil sudah tertera di ruangan komen dan juga telah di highlight di sini. Sila ambil perhatian, link tersebut akan tamat tempoh setengah jam selepas live ini. Pastikan anda guna email e-didik saja. Kesalahan memasukkan email tidak akan dilayan. Kelas seterusnya untuk tuition biologi PERCUMA adalah pada hari dan waktu yang sama pada minggu hadapan, iaitu pada hari Sabtu pukul 9.30 malam. Jangan lupa untuk dapatkan jadual terkini slot guru-guru SMS AYU yang akan dikemas kini di Telegram SM SAYU dan website bit.ly/SM SAYU. Anda dijemput untuk ke portal www.academyyoutuber.com untuk dapatkan info terkini dan bantu cikgu untuk sebarkan kelas tuition percuma ini kepada rakan-rakan dan guru-guru seluruh Malaysia. Usaha ini adalah hasil gabungan guru-guru seluruh Malaysia untuk semua pelajar seluruh negara, terutamanya dalam menghadapi saat genting melawan pandemik COVID-19 sekarang. Semoga kita mendapat manfaat daripada kelas-kelas yang dijalankan. Ingat hashtag bermula percuma, selamanya percuma, insya-Allah. Terima kasih kepada semua penyokong Akademi YouTuber. Segala yang baik itu datang daripada Allah. Jika terdapat sebarang kekurangan dan kelemahan itu adalah daripada kami. Doakan kami terus kuat dan semangat untuk membantu dalam membangunkan pendidikan Malaysia. Cikgu ucapkan selamat menyambut Tahun Baru Cina, Chinese New Year. Esok masih lagi cuti tapi Cikgu Naini masih cuti juga ke?
Masih lagi cuti.
Cuti doakan kami terus kuat dan semangat untuk membantu dalam membangunkan pendidikan Malaysia. Assalamualaikum dan bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Hoping semua dah daftar untuk link sijil
Okey, kita beri masa pada pelajar. Okey. Pelajar boleh untuk isi link sijil.
Link sijil, okey. Sementara kita
HTTPS dia punya link dia ialah https://links.eddidik.my/AYU1 dia punya
huruf besar semua.
Semua huruf besar. HTTPS. Okey. Inilah dia punya kod hashtag kelas AYU EDD. Kita beri peluang pada pelajar untuk mengisi sijil sebab link ini akan dibuka setengah jam Lepas setengah jam dia akan ditutup
Okey, terima kasihlah juga kepada kawan-kawan teacher In yang support kita pada malam ini
Okay, selamat menyambut Tahun Baru Cina. Selamat bercuti.
Cikgu Naini ada apa-apa nak cakap lagi sebelum kita tamatkan?
Rasa tak ada takut. Harap-harap student semua faham lah. Okay. Apa yang tu. Okay. Student malam ni.
Cikgu Su macam mana? Okay.
Cikgu Su?
Saya.
Okay, Cikgu Su.
Kita masih bercuti
Tak apa, esok boleh continue hari ni. So Monday sambung.
Hari Isnin baru sekolah semula lah.
Kita sekolah hari Isnin.
Sekolah semula. Waktu Terengganu hari Sabtu tu kan dia forward ke Ahad. Dapatlah cuti.
Dapatlah rehat. Okey lah.
Okay.
So, rasanya Cikgu Fatia, Cikgu Naini, Cikgu Su. Dah almost 10:30. Rasa kita dah boleh bersurai lah kan?
Okey.
Terima kasih semua. Jangan lupa jangan lupa untuk claim sijil kamu Okey. Selamat malam semua. Bye.
Okay, bye student.
Berikutan pengumuman penutupan sekolah sehingga akhir persekolahan. Pengajaran dan pembelajaran secara home-based learning tetap diteruskan. Oleh itu, kami di Akademi YouTuber menyediakan tuition online percuma pertama di Malaysia. Dari prasekolah hinggalah ke sekolah menengah dengan kerjasama E-Didik Malaysia dan Kelab Guru Malaysia. Kenapa bayar jika anda boleh dapat percuma? Bermula percuma, selamanya akan percuma. Manfaatkan peluang yang ada. Jangan tunggu lagi, startilah sekarang. Untuk maklumat lanjut, layari www.akademiyoutuber.com.
Dibawakan kepada anda oleh Akademi YouTuber.